All right, welcome into the Daily Fix. We do this every day at 12 noon, right here Central Standard Time. I am your host, Ron Hughley of the Daily Fix, presented by Foolish Club Media. There in the little box where he rightfully belongs, Steve Serta, young Steve Serta in the building. A lot to get to, as we always do. But first, I want to thank you, however you're taking this in. You're on Twitter listening to us. We appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you listening as well. One thing I need you to do is to head right to our YouTube channel, Foolish Club Media, as we are getting closer and closer to that milestone we're trying to hit. Please like and subscribe our Foolish Club Media channel. Remember, if you do not do so, you are preventing my 3 children from eating. So if that's what you want to do, screw yourself and screw my children. They're all under the age of 10. So like and subscribe there as we have a lot of fun. You can catch everything from Brian's World on Foolish Club Media to Beach Season on Foolish Club Media to Show and BK on Foolish Club Media, the post-game show with Rocky and Steve. So a lot to get to there and help us out. Like I said, not going to hold you long. A couple of things. I want to admit to something that I feel like Serta is going to be extremely disappointed in me with. But I just have to be honest, and I got a little FOMO about it. Also, there is zero reason. It's time to pull the plug on whatever this is with Skyy Moore. We'll discuss that. But first, give me my 2 minutes, Steve. I want to get here because I think I want to tell the truth about the Chiefs right now. The Chiefs are 6-0. Is that right, Steve? I'm not sure. Are they 6-0? They're undefeated. They're the only undefeated team in the National Football League. Patrick Mahomes leads the league in interceptions, which that has got to change, by the way. Just want to throw that out there again. He leads the league in interceptions. And I think they are the best team in football. They've beaten the Ravens. They've beaten the Bungles. They've beaten the 49ers on the road. They've done what they needed to do. But a real truth about this team, and this kind of comes from another example of watching Monday Night Football last night. And Steve, I know with new evidence, you are feeling dumb for what you said a couple of weeks ago. I know BK is feeling dumb for what he said a couple of weeks ago on showing BK that the teams that you all feared the most in the AFC were the Houston Texans, and him saying the Cincinnati Bengals. I know you guys feel differently about that. You guys just said, oh, the Baltimore Ravens don't do anything to me. I don't know. Those purple people eaters, they don't do anything to me.
I'm still not scared of the Ravens.
Okay, fine. The truth about the Kansas City Chiefs is they better be a better football team than what they're presenting right now when they have to play the Ravens again. Because to beat the Ravens, they can't play the way they played. And the way that the Ravens are playing right now, they won't beat the Ravens. The Ravens will beat the Chiefs if the Chiefs continue playing football like this. Now, I don't think they will. I think they will most likely meet the moment like they have done time and time again. But we got to be honest. The Chiefs and the level that they have been playing, I think they would be in trouble against this Baltimore team. They are not playing football the way they did week 1. And yes, they shut down Derrick Henry and Lamar went crazy, but the combination of what they're doing, and I know we say this a lot about, oh, look at Lamar, what he's doing in the regular season. I know we say this a lot, but that's a different team than week 1. And the Chiefs have to pick it up and play better, and I think add to this team. That's the truth about this team is they can't beat the Ravens. I think they can beat everybody else. They can't beat the Ravens the way they've been playing football.
And I still think that they can. Like, I think they're secondary now with Jalen Watson.
You think the way that the hold on, you shut up. You think the Chiefs, the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, and the way the Ravens are playing, you think the Chiefs still handle the Ravens the way they've been playing?
Yes. Now maybe that changes with an injured Jalen Watson, who looks like he's going to miss the entirety of the regular season. Another devastating blow to the Chiefs. But I think with their healthy defense, their defense is good enough that it makes teams play how they don't want to play. And I think the Chiefs have a good formula for beating the Ravens. Like, yes, the Ravens look really, really good right now, but the Chiefs' run defense is the best in football right now. Their defense looks like it's one of the absolute best in football, and I think they can win that way still, even against a team like the Ravens and the way that they're playing right now.
You think they can win that way and turn the ball over like they're like you agree the Ravens are better
did it.
But you would but Steve, you would agree the Ravens are a better football team right now than they were in week 1. You would agree that they have figured out this Derrick Henry thing and Lamar Jackson. By the way, the Chiefs have been really good against the run, except for that one game against the Ravens with Lamar Jackson would smooth off.
Yeah,
right?
But they always struggle against quarterbacks that can take off. That's why Josh Allen has monster games against them outside of the playoffs where they buckle down and figure it out.
Yeah, listen, again, I want to make this very clear. I believe the Chiefs will figure it out. I'm just saying the truth about it right now is the Ravens have picked it up. The Ravens are playing in a different way as they put up 41 on the Bucs last night on the road. As we know, the Bucs, that's the only team that has beaten the Lions, no less. They beat them in Detroit. So just look at that. Just look at that. Like, they got to pick this thing up. All right, Steve, there is zero, and I mean absolute zero reason for Skyy Moore to be on this team anymore. We've said this multiple times this year. It is even worse now. Now, with all the Juju goes out, Hollywood Brown is out, Xavier Worthy, he got set down for a little bit. We know Rashee Rice is out. Juju comes in, goes out. Skyy Moore comes in, Steve. And of course, Butterfinger Jones shows up again. He drops the ball again. Like he couldn't catch a piece of ass if it was right there in front of him without a thong in it. He couldn't. No, I'm serious. Like he is. It's ridiculous. I don't know why. There is no place where you would trust that he would be there and help this team. There is nothing that he does that helps the football team. Now, I don't know what kind of charade Andy is putting on or what it is that they're trying to do. He needs to be gone immediately. McCole Hardman showed that he can do something on this team. Watson showed that he can at least do something on this team. Skyy Moore is taking that good cornerback number, that good secondary number, and doing nothing with it. I am over watching him. He is not good anywhere. He is not that good of a run-blocking wide receiver to remain on this team. He can't catch. He's a wide receiver. He cannot catch. I'm over it. I'm done.
It's for a team that has had so much success in drafting and developing players over the last few years. Skyy Moore looks like he's a worse bust than Breeland Speaks right now for Brett Veach. Like, he has no business being on an NFL roster, let alone finding a way to continue to make the Kansas City Chiefs roster. Like, he belongs on the Carolina Panthers if he belongs in the NFL at all, and I don't think he belongs in the NFL at this point.
No, he's got real Canadian and Arena Football League in him. Is what it looks like. Like the bust part is one thing, Steve. It's just, why is he remaining? That's the part that's making it worse. Because after he had that drop, did he come back in the game offensively? I don't think they put him back in the game offensively. I was scared to death when he was back there on the kickoff. I don't know, man. He shouldn't have made it out. I would rather have Kadarius Toney high and drunk on the field than I would rather have Skyy Moore right now. All right, I want to make this. I want to admit this to the people and you, Serta. I was listening. I was at this event and people were just having a real serious discussion about the Simpsons and going through old episodes and iconic moments from the Simpsons. And I just sat there. I like to be able to chime in with a little bit of everything. I can talk about Atlanta, Martin, Seinfeld a little bit, Friends. I got wide range. Serta, I have never seen an episode of The Simpsons. I mean, never. I know what the characters look like. I know Homer and Bart. I don't know if I know it. I think, is there somebody named Marge?
Yes.
I think that is all I have.
Mom.
I have And I know The Simpsons is, a cultural thing in this. I've never seen it. I am contemplating going back and watching it. I'm just not an animation guy. But in that moment, I was like, damn, I can't even have a conversation about this. And I pride myself on pop culture. I'm thinking about getting into The Simpsons.
I mean, it is in terms of like pop culture. I think The Simpsons is one of the greatest things like ever made, just in the way that it ties everything in society together.
That feels like
I haven't watched
it's not the greatest things ever made.
Yeah,
that feels like a stretch.
But I haven't. I haven't watched Simpsons in 20 years. But as a kid, we used to watch it like as a family. It was on after football, and you just sit down and you watch The Simpsons.
Is it a kid's show or an adult show?
No, it's much more like adult humor, but it's from the days of broadcast television where when The Simpsons is on, that's just like what the family sits down and watches.
Yeah, I guess my family didn't sit down and just start watching The Simpsons. we flipped over to prime time after the game was over on Fox. I never have. I don't know. I'm sure I can start from the jump and find episode 1 to try to feel my.
I mean, there's got to be 1,000 episodes of it.
No, yeah, they've been running. If you said you haven't watched it in 20 years, which I think is a lie, I think you just threw a number. But if you say you haven't watched it in 20 years, I mean, you're what, 37? That's
35.
35, whatever. I mean, that's a clear lie. It's 15 or 15 years old. I think it's probably been
longer.
Been longer, about 25. Been longer. Hi, Mom. Hey, Courtney.